There will be no introduction to this edition of the island of Powderpia. This episode takes place after the final battle of Fresh versus Snakestaff. The residents of Powderpia fought well, but with great victory comes great sacrifice. And sadly, it's time to bring out the dead. Everybody wave goodbye. The following 7 villagers have since died in the Battle of Fresh versus Snakestaff. They will be missed. Peggy Quinn, the Penguin, one of the very first Powderpian residents. She only just turned 19, surrounded and killed by Dalek blasters. Frog, loving husband and father, surrounded and killed by Daleks. Wolf, strong and brave and loving husband to Bison, surrounded and killed by Daleks. Redbird, died from blunt force trauma in an attempt to take out a Dalek mothership. Owl, shot down by Reaper 35. Airplane, shot down and crashed. Donkey, taken out by Dalek blaster. Times were tough on Powderpia. After the Battle of Fresh versus Snakestaff came to an end, the Powderpian residents were victorious, at the cost of 7 villagers. Those who battled alongside the Fallen were devastated.
I couldn't do it after all.
I know. You couldn't save them. And those they left behind were even more so.
I can't go on like this.
I'm sorry, Orca. I miss him too.
What am I going to do now?
I know. Even though times were tough, life plowed on as best it could. A couple weeks later, Kangaroo worked up the courage to propose to Hypno Girl.
By the way, I have something I have been meaning to ask.
What is it?
Would you marry me?
What'll it be, Hypno Girl?
Sure, I'd love to.
Yeah! I just know we're gonna get a little ripperoo from this relationship. There they are. Little ripperoo is gonna come from this. And as one life ends, another begins, as Lion and Horse introduce their second child. Wow.
Does the baby look the way you expected?
I'm not sure what I expected, but yeah, just what I thought.
We thought of a name together, and it's Clara.
Clara. Great, yeah.
What kind of personality do you want the baby to have?
Leave it to nature.
Clara has grown so much she is ready to be independent.
Yep. Soon, Clara was all grown up and ready to take on the world. But Clara wasn't the only new child on Powderpia. As it turns out, Magikarp and Yoshi finally had their first child.
Guess what? We've had a baby.
Oh.
Which would you prefer it to be, a boy or a girl?
Oh. I don't actually know. Let me think on this. Okay, here we go.
In fact, we did have a boy.
Oh, look at that face!
Does the baby look the way you expected?
What a smile. Yes, just what I thought.
We thought of a name together, and it's Caleb.
Not sure about that.
Then how about if you decide Fresh's lookalike?
Oh, definitely. I know exactly what to call this thing. I mean, it makes sense. It's an aquatic Yoshi creature, so it's gotta be called Plessy.
Plessy.
How about Plessy?
Yes, definitely.
Plessy, that's a good name.
Yep.
What kind of personality do you want the baby to have?
Like... Mother.
You take good care of Plessy.
Unlike Clara, who became an explorer and set out into the world, Plessy was here to stay, and was in need of a major makeover. Now to make you much more of a Plessy. There we go. Not 100% accurate, but it's pretty darn close.
You've been a great help to us so far.
Not only were new children being brought up on the island, but ever since the Battle of Fresh vs. Snakestaff, we began receiving some really out-of-town visitors. The multiversal activity from the battle brought forth alien visitors from other worlds. One of them was a xenomorph.
My name's Xenomorph. People say I'm a very capable girl.
Capable of killing, yeah. So why are you here?
People tell me I'm a little argumentative.
Yeah, you're not much for words. Just don't hurt anybody while you're here, okay? As it turns out, Xenomorph was accompanied by a predator.
The name's Predator. I don't listen to opinions. I am who I am.
Yeah, another cold-blooded killer from space. What do you want?
People tell me I'm a little argumentative.
Yeah, you hunt the galaxy's most unique species. Nobody can argue with that. Luckily for me and the other residents of Powderpia, these two weren't here to take over the world. They just wanted a safe place to call home. Meanwhile, Bison had gotten over grieving Wolf and began making friends again. She made friends with Turkey. Bison progressed further than finding friends. Soon, she found a new lover in the form of Spider.
The stage is ours alone. Won't you be my Prince Charming?
Sure.
Wow, just like that. Spider's here for you, Bison. Wolf may be gone, but his impact will last forever. Even Orca was getting romantically involved again, with Boris the wolf. Slowly but surely, Powderpia was going back to its regular old self again. But these two aliens would be far from the last residents that would visit Powderpia.